What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of VR 365. What is going on today? It is Saturday. It is 12:15 p.m. and it, of course, is September 21st, and we are back. There was no episode last night. Just was not in a good mood and just was like, nah, I'm not going to do a show. I'm not in a good mood. I just got off work. Don't want to do a show. F it. So it didn't happen. But we are back today and we are going to do a show today. In fact, we're up to episode 291. So we've actually got quite a few episodes that we've done since we've rebranded as VR 365. And also, we are going to be giving away a free code today to transpose. And that is courtesy of Rattlehead 9026. So we will be giving away. Now, this is an Oculus key, okay? So you do need an Oculus Rift or an Oculus Rift S, or you will have to use Revive and play it that way. It is the Oculus, Transpose was recently on sale. It was, of course, it was a free weekend for Transpose. A lot of people took advantage of that. They were able to play Transpose, and then after the free weekend was over, it went on sale for a bit of a discount. And Rattlehead 9026 went ahead and grabbed a code for that, and he is basically donating it to VR 365 for us to give away. Of course, we will have a little trivia thing for that, so that is going to be coming up in a little bit here as we move along. But let's go ahead and start off with the biggest news of the day. And let me get my webinar situated here because it's been a minute. So get the webinar in position here. And we've got a brand new Steam page, ladies and gentlebots. So let's go ahead and go to the webinar real quick. And hopefully it'll pop in there. There we go. And Borderlands 2 VR. Yeah, this is a very specific Steam page that has just arrived, as to the best of my knowledge. This has just arrived today. Borderlands 2 VR. The release date is on the board. It is October 22nd. So Borderlands 2 VR arriving on October 22nd. Also, where are we? We're on Steam. This is not the EGS, brah. We thought it was going to be the EGS, possibly just because isn't Gearbox kind of down with the EGS, so to speak? But that is not happening. So it is on Steam. I'm imagining it will be on the Oculus Store as well. October 22nd is when it's going to drop. And also, it is coming with the BAMF DLC pack. So it's going to include that DLC. Now, so this is single player. Okay, that was the big question I had. And that was the question that a lot of people had, was when Borderlands 2 VR does come to the PC VR platforms, is it going to be like PlayStation VR? Is there not going to be any co-op, basically? And a lot of people were like, well, if somehow they're able to include co-op, I will double dip, if they already happen to get the PlayStation VR version, or I'm going to jump in for the first time. But I'm looking right here, and it does say single player. It does say HTC Vive. It does say Oculus Rift, and I'm not seeing anything about co-op. So that's apparently not going to happen. So kind of unfortunate for a lot of people out there. The other big question, of course, Borderlands 2 VR, is price. Now, I'm going to guesstimate that we're talking, and Gerillo says, hope it's not $39.99. No, you mean hope it's not $49.99. Because if you go to PlayStation VR right now, I believe Borderlands 2 VR is $49.99. Now, some people might say, well, hey, that's a slight bump. Oh, I almost knocked my water bottle off of here, which would have been a major tragedy. Some people might say, well, hey, $49.99, that's kind of a bonus already. Aren't the big bangers in VR, like the Skyrims, the Fallouts, aren't they all $59.99? And then somebody else will say, yeah, but Borderlands 2, like that's an old game. Like if this was Borderlands 3 VR, then yeah, maybe, $59.99 would make sense. But Borderlands 2 has been out for so freaking long. It's been around for so long that it shouldn't really command a $59.99 price. Of course, we could also say, well, Skyrim and Fallout 4, those were around for quite some time before they finally came to VR. But Skyrim and Fallout, those are monster games that people have been salivating forever to play those in VR. And then they finally got the chance to play those in VR. And Bethesda obviously able to capitalize on that and price it for $59.99. I'm going to guess that this will be $49.99. I think it's going to start off at $49.99. And I've played the PlayStation VR version of this game. I have the PlayStation VR version of this game. In fact, the last time I played it, I went. It added aim support. And I was kind of curious, is the game going to be a lot better with aim support? And I went in there with aim support, and it did feel pretty good. Like having the aim controller is a bonus when you're playing something like Borderlands, because, zooming in and zooming out, and then also having the thumbstick on there for your locomotion. It is a bonus. I got to say, though, Borderlands on PlayStation VR, it does suffer. It suffers from the Vaseline effect, which is pretty much throughout most of PlayStation VR. It's just a reality on PlayStation VR. And so this game coming to PC VR, you're going to get that clarity. You're going to get that sharpness, that focus. And because this is the cel-shaded graphical stylings, you got to imagine if you've got a pretty good graphics card, you're probably going to be able to super sample this quite a bit. It's going to be really sharp, really clean, really crisp, and it's probably going to look pretty damn good. So I'm kind of tempted. I probably won't get a key for this, and paying $50 in terms of a double dippage on top of that, double dipping at $50. Don't think I'm going to do it, but I would love if there was like a little demo or something, just to give you an idea of how the game engine looks. And this is where I think a lot of developers are making a major mistake by not having a very short demo, like a 2-minute, 3-minute demo, just to allow people to don the headset and see what the game engine looks like in VR. I really think it's a major mistake. Like, honestly, No Man's Ski should try to have, I don't know how they would do it. I guess in the demo, they would just put you on a specific planet and you just get like 10 minutes on a planet, and just give somebody a sample. Let them see the engine. Let them look around and see what the world looks like in VR. At least until we have proper VR trailers that give you a look of a game in the trailer in VR, where you feel like the game is surrounding you and you can see what the game engine looks like and you get a good feel for it. I think developers are missing out on this, but they're probably not going to do that, and their sales are going to suffer accordingly. But yeah, that's Borderlands 2 VR, so definitely some excitement for that. Why don't we go ahead and bounce over to Upload VR? And another story that we have is Pistol Whip. And so here we're getting an announcement of an announcement. Well, really what it is it's the first legitimate trailer for Pistol Whip is arriving on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And the truth is, we actually right now, at this very moment in time, we don't have a trailer for Pistol Whip. In fact, I had to make my own trailer for Pistol Whip. What I did is I just edited out a bunch of crap. Let me see if I can find it here. Pistol Whip. Yeah, so I made a little Pistol Whip gameplay montage. I actually created, I don't know if there's any sound. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even have sound for this. This was just like some background video that I could throw on if I was talking about Pistol Whip, because they didn't have a trailer, and so what I did was they had that video that came out where he had a bunch of guys talking about, yeah, we're making this game Pistol Whip, and then they flashed some of this footage, they would flash it in there for like 5 seconds here, 4 seconds there, but it wasn't a proper trailer. And so now, I made this myself, but now I freaking crafted it, dude. Like, I filmed it, I diagrammed it, I animated. No, I just freaking stole their trailer and edited some parts out, okay? So nothing fantastic here. But we're going to get a legitimate trailer, but I'm more excited from the standpoint that we're basically going to get a release date. Like, I would be shocked. I would be very surprised if we don't get a release date for this game on Monday. So we're probably, because this is supposed to be a 2019 game, and we're starting to get to that time of year where 2019, we're moving into fall now. We're starting to get into late September at this point in time. October is just around the corner. Sober October. You guys are all going to get sober this October, right? Or you're going to shave your beard off or something like that. So October is just around the corner. And we're basically in the fourth quarter at this point. And so all of these games that have always been saying 2019, 2019, 2019, well, now you've got to stand and deliver. We need some release dates. We need some target windows. And I think what we're going to get from a lot of those games is they're actually going to have to fess up that they're not 2019. But I do believe Pistol Whip is 2019. We're going to get a legit trailer for it. And we're going to get a release date. And we're, of course, going to find out that what other platform is it coming to? You guys know, I know, coming to major VR platforms. And just looking at the graphical style of this game, it is absolutely obvious we're looking at a Questicle. This is going to be coming to the Oculus Quest. And honestly, I'm going to be at OC6 in a matter of days, right? And they're timing this for Monday to have this trailer drop. And they're going to, I'm sure they're going to say Oculus Quest version, PlayStation VR version. And I'm going to be at OC6. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. I would not be the least bit surprised to actually be able to demo this on an Oculus Quest in a couple of days. So I think that's going to happen. I think this is a Questicle. Obviously, it's going to be on all the major platforms. So that's cool. We're going to find out that information for Pistol Whip. It is one of the bigger games that we're still looking forward to for the remainder of this year. Okay, before I move on to any of the next stories, let me go ahead and check out chat. And let's see what's going on over here in chat. First of all, let's give a quick little shout out to some of the peeps that are in chat. We've got Hussein X, Paradise Decay, Dark Angel 3, Mike Robbins, Frank Zappa. We've got Niall. Let's see. We've got Ducked 19, Recycled, Steve Drumheller, Rendered Reality, and Frank Zappa, Fluke, Chris Richardson, and a whole bunch of others. Simplex in the building as well. We did that interview, of course. Lincoln Clay showing up as well. The VR Mang. He's talking about it'll be $50 and no multiplayer. Hip, hip, hooray. Yeah, that's probably what we're looking at here. That's probably the reality. Phil Yarn in the building. Ed Keosada, Vaseline Effect. The Vaseline Effect, actually, let me talk about that real quick for a second, because what I did. In fact, we'll go back over here and I'm going to grab a trailer. So what was I playing? Okay, so the thing is, I hadn't played my PlayStation VR in a long time, right? And I finally fired up my PlayStation VR because Daily Magic Productions, the developer of Witching Tower, they sent me a key, unsolicited, I guess, unsolicited. I'm having English problems here, but basically they sent me a key for Witching Tower, the PSVR version, without me asking for it, which is a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, I appreciate that, Daily Magic Productions. Like, I seriously appreciate that. That is awesome. That shows that, you know, you're aware of a channel, you believe in a channel, and you're going to hook somebody up with a key. That is cool. I wish more developers would do that. Now, if I was Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis, or if I was like Nathy or somebody like that, you probably get unsolicited keys all damn Disney and twice on Sunday. But I don't get a lot of them. And so anyways, I went into Witching Tower VR. I've talked about that already. I think maybe it was on a Twitch episode that you might want to check out. My thoughts on Witching Tower PSVR. Not bad at all. Actually pretty good. Pretty darn good. Worth playing. $20, I believe. But one of the questions that I had in my mind was, man, everything is so blurry and Vaseline-y, and I played it for 2 days, and then the blurriness factor, the Vaseline factor, started to wear off, and it just became a game for me, like on the second day. But you know what I did is, like, I thought back to Lethal Weasel VR, which probably not in chat right now, but Lethal Weasel VR, one time he was mentioning that, you know what, not all PlayStation VR games have this problem. That we've seen Astrobot, we've seen Blood and Truth, we've seen Firewall 0 Hour, and we've seen beautiful visuals. So it's not inherent to PlayStation VR that everything has to have this kind of blurriness factor and this kind of Vaseline factor. And so I was like, you know, you kind of have a point there, Lethal. And I hadn't been in Astrobot in the longest time. Oh, and Wipeout VR was the other one he mentioned. So I went into Astrobot and I went into Wipeout after not playing them for the longest time. And you know what? He's kind of right. They really don't have the same level of blurriness. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is it does give me hope for the arrival of PlayStation 5. Because remember, in that first year of PlayStation 5, one of the things that we're going to be dealing with is we're going to be using our busted and old ass PlayStation VR headsets on PlayStation 5. And will there really be that much of a benefit? Because you'll have the new power that the hardware is providing, but it's the same headset. You know, it's the same low resolution and those sorts of things. You know, it's limited, right? But in playing Astrobot and in playing... And dude, Wipeout, I gotta tell you folks, Wipeout, redonkulous. Like Wipeout VR, if you guys haven't played Wipeout VR in a long time, go back into Wipeout, because god damn it. I was back in Wipeout and I was like, why do I not play this more often? Wipeout is just ridiculous. Like, you know how you go to these different events and they have speakers and they're like, how we made Job Simulator, or how we made Raw Data, or how we made Arizona Sunshine, you know, thoughts in VR development. Okay, no, we need one of those for the people that did Wipeout, because we need to figure out what kind of sorcery these guys did. Because this shit is ridiculous, dude. I was playing this just the other day, and it's like, there's no blurriness. There's no fuzziness. It's freaking crystal clear. Everything looks great. Everything moves incredibly quickly. The sound is good. The special effects are good. I mean, so this proves... Like Lethal Weasel, you're on the money, man. You're really on the money, because Astrobot, Wipeout, Firewall, they prove that you can have great visuals on PlayStation VR without any of that blurry crap. It's possible. It is possible. And that's what that's encouraging as we head into the era of PlayStation 5. So just wanted to mention that really quick because I did get back in there. And so that is one of these things. So anyway, what are we looking at here? So I was looking at some of the chat. And let's see, just taking a quick look at chat. Chris Richardson says, I finally got around to trying Red Matter. Shocked to find out it didn't have head-based smooth motion. It moves based on the hand position. The game also doesn't work right if seated at the start. Why would you want head-based? Okay, I like hands because, see, I want to have my controller in my hand and I want to say, look, I want to go over there and I'm pushing over there, but as I'm floating over there or free locomoting over there, I want to be able to look over there as I'm going this way, but I want to look that way. Isn't that the way we want it, or you actually want it the other way? That's interesting. The VR Mang says Sony can always make a revision to their HMD with updated panels. They did it for integrated audio. Oh, you mean kind of like a stealth update? Like leave everything the same, like it's the same thing, but you just do like a stealth update to the innards of the headset. You could do that. But dude, come on. The whole thing is just old and busted. We need to like moveforward.com. And so we really need PSVR 2, but we're going to have to wait a little bit for that. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into our next story here. Let's see, what else did I want to get to? Well, we could give away the key, or should we get into our next story? Well, why don't I mention really quick? Let's go back to Upload VR. There's a small little story here, and then I'll give away the key for transpose. So where's the small little story that I saw here? Just kind of interesting. One of those stories that it's like, oh, that's cool. That's a bonus. So let's go ahead and go back over to the webinar. And so for you Valve Index owners, it might be time to dust off that copy of Batman Arkham VR because they've actually added like legit full-fledged support for the Valve Index controllers. Yeah, I mean, we've all been demanding this. Like Batman Arkham VR is absolutely screaming for Valve Index controller support. Haven't you wanted to flip off the Joker? Or do other things like that. So yeah, this is kind of cool. So I guess this is to celebrate Batman Day. Who knows that there was such a thing as Batman Day? But there's pretty much a day for everything, right? There's basically a day for everything. So what this does is it adds full support for Valve's new controllers. This means the controller's finger tracking should work inside the experience. Also, they've added something called they've implemented Open VR Mesh, which should give a slight performance bump as well. So that is cool. So if you happen to be a Valve Index owner and you have Batman Arkham VR in your library from a long time ago, maybe fire that puppy up and give it a run, because you know what? I wish everybody and their mom, any major game, I wish they all had kind of updated for index support, but that's not really the case. It's a little bit more spotty in terms of that. And there's so many games that just don't really work right with index, and it can be quite frustrating. So it's nice to see a developer bring it to Batman Arkham VR when it's a much older game and people really aren't tripping on it too much anymore. So that's kind of cool. I did see that. All right. Why don't we go ahead and give away our code? We're going to go ahead and give away the code to transpose. Now, this is an Oculus key. So again, if you have a Rift CV1 or a Rift S, or if you have another PC VR headset, but you're going to use Revive, this should go ahead and work, but you're going to need an Oculus account to do this. Also, I'm going to do it trivia style. And the thing is, the Oculus code is a really long ass code. It's way longer than Steam codes. Now, the last letter of the code is going to be answered via a trivia question. So, you might not want to get locked out of your Oculus accounts or whatever, so be careful with that. We only have one code to give away, but let's just go ahead and do it. We're going to just see what happens here. So let me go ahead and give away the code here. We'll do the trivia for transpose. And this, of course, is courtesy Rattlehead 9026 provided the code to the show. We appreciate that. Like, this is a bonus. And also, I'll tell you what, any developers that are watching this show now, if you want to send us a code to give away, hey, it's a great advertising tool, and it's a win-win situation because you advertise. This wasn't a developer. This is actually somebody that watches the show. They happen to buy the code and give it to us so that we can give it away as a promotional thing. But if you're a developer and your game is like kind of old and busted, no, but your game, people aren't thinking about your game very much, send us a code. We'll give it away and we make trivia out of it. My whole staff, Sally's over there, our staff works on it, and we come up with trivia. It's better than just giving away a code normal style. We actually come up with trivia, and so send us your codes, man. We'll give them away, and you'll get a little bit of promotion on the show. So it is a win-win scenario. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this transpose, baby, right about now. Okay, so yeah, this is the Oculus game code. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read out the trivia part, and pretty easy on the trivia, but oh well, let's do it. So, one of the best-selling VR games of all time. What is it? Also, the most popular game among young children at VR arcades, still to this day. The developer of this game was also acquired by one of the largest corporations on planet Earp. Planet Earp. Yeah, deliberately Planet Earp. The thing is like Will Smith, Independence Day, welcome to Earp. Planet Earp. Kind of liked it, so it was a mistake, and I just decided to leave it in. So here's the code. It is 4, E as in Edward, P as in Paul, X as in Xavier, T, KM, 674, H9, M6G, 6H, MAE, TPXJ, and there's another missing letter. So what is the missing letter? Well, what is the game? What is one of the best-selling VR games of all time, which also happens to be the most popular game among young children at VR arcades, and it also happens to be from a developer that was acquired by an absolute behemoth of a corporation that is pretty much going to control our entire lives. What is the name of the game? What is the first letter of the name of the game? That will get you transpose in your Oculus account. So I got to imagine. Gamertag VR says, Sally? Yeah, see, the longtime viewers of this show know that Sally is over. Sally, you want to come on the pro? Sally, come on. They would love to see you on the show. Okay, no problem. She just doesn't want to be on the show. So she is one of our helpers. She gets me coffee and stuff like that. She helps out in a major way. So yeah, that is the game. Did anybody post it in chat? Has anybody gotten this code yet? But anyway, yeah, thanks Rattlehead. We definitely appreciate that. And once again, developers out there, developers big, developers small, send your codes, info at vrgamerankings.com. Just send it over there, and I will create a trivia like this. And look, honestly, I think this is the best way to give out a code. I don't know about you, but I think this is the best way. And patent pending, we got a patent on it. So all you other VR shows, back the F off. Don't copy this shit. And I know you guys are going to copy it. So what am I even saying? Okay, so we've got additional news, ladies and gentlebots. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't had Job on the show in a very long time because I don't do shows during the daytime anymore. I'm at a effing job. I've got to work for my money. How freaking bullshit is that? I agree. It is absolute bullcrap. Okay, so in other news, we've got a brand new bundle that is coming to Europe for PlayStation VR. Let's go over here to the webinar. And so, yeah, we've had these mega pack bundles. Well, Europe has. We haven't had them here. And there's going to be a brand new mega pack that is going to include 5 bangers. Now, this old mega pack right here, it includes Skyrim, Astrobot, PlayStation VR Worlds, Doom VFR, and Wipeout Omega Collection. Now, the new bundle is going to kick Doom VFR and Wipeout to the curb. Those games are being ejected. And let's see, what is replacing it? Replacing it is Everybody's Golf and Resident Evil 7. So instead of Wipeout and Doom, you're going to get Resident Evil 7 and Everybody's Golf. You're also going to get Skyrim. You're also going to get Astrobot. You're also going to get PlayStation VR Worlds. So that is a pretty cool bundle, and it's coming to Europe. I don't know exactly what the price is on this. But you know what's crazy? Here's my recommendation to everybody out there. Especially if you're in the USA and you're in a relatively large city, don't buy retail. Don't do retail, bro. Go to Craigslist because check this out. Check this out. This is version 1. See, it's got this thing here. This is my version 1 PlayStation VR. I would like to sell this, and I've tried to sell this, and nobody wants to give me any money for it. I guess I'm going to have to sell it for like $99 or something. It's just my original PlayStation VR, the first one that I had, with the link box, no controllers, no cameras or nothing. And I really can't get any money for it. Like, nobody gives any money for it. So that tells me that if you want a PlayStation VR, if you've already got a PlayStation 4 and you're kind of mildly interested in PlayStation VR, dude, you can get them dirt cheap on Craigslist, probably eBay as well. So maybe consider that. But yeah, so if we go to Road to VR here, this is the bundle that I'm talking about. This bundle right here, it is the Mega Pack. You get Resident Evil 7 and Everybody's Golf being thrown in as well. 5 great games. No move controllers, though. This does not include move controllers. I don't think it includes the camera either. But yeah, this is coming, I guess it's like 340 euros or 300 pounds is going to be the price in Europe for that mega pack. All right. So, the next story I want to get into, I do want to cover this Apple news really quick because we do have some interesting Apple news that is going on. So let's go ahead and scroll down here. And yeah, so this is the story. Basically, in the beta code for iOS 13, a lot of people are digging through this code and they are discovering some stuff. Like they're discovering like the FOV and things like that. And so let's go back over here. I'm going to go ahead and what I did was this one guy on Twitter, he posted these little videos. I copied them and I threw them in here. And so basically Starboard. Yeah, Starboard, Garda, freaking Luck, Frank. Oh, there's like 20 different names for this Apple thing that's going on. Yeah, so basically we've got Starboard, we've got Garda, we've got Frank, we've got Luck. These are like project names, basically code names that are within the framework of iOS 13.1 in the beta, and people have been data mining basically this beta code to find out other information. And there's definitely something that is going to be worn because there is a mode for handheld and for worn. So that definitely suggests that we are looking at some type of AR thing that is coming from Apple. It does appear to be imminent, ladies and gentlebots. Also, we know from some of the information that has been broken down here, we know what kind of field of view that we're looking at for this new Apple AR device, whatever it may be. Okay, so the Frank thing, basically there's fields of view for all of these different projects or these different code names that are floating out there. For example, Garda has a field of view 49 degrees by 47 degrees. Luck has an Andrew Luck version, has a field of view 46 degrees by 34 degrees. Kind of crap. And Frank, FF Frank, has a field of view of 47 degrees by 40 degrees. And all of these FOV, well, not all of them, but basically the Garda one is what people think is the actual product that is going to be coming out. And let me go ahead and grab this screen right here. Okay, so this screen right here will kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about in terms of field of view. So this green field of view that's in the middle, that is HoloLens 2. It is 43 degrees by 29 degrees. Then you got the Magic Leap field of view, 40 degrees by 30 degrees. Then you've got the Apple Garda field of view, or Starboard, or whatever we're going to end up calling this thing. But the largest of the three FOVs that might be possible for this AR headset is 49 degrees by 47. So very vertical, quite vertical, very Valve index of them. They're going very vertical. And honestly, when it comes to AR, I think more verticality does make sense, because think about it. If you want AR porn, you want to see a full-size actress, in a vertical angle, right? Or if you want to see C-3PO and R2-D2 walk through that door right there, you want that verticality. It's not so much the wide angle, it's more you're going a little bit more vertical. So a lot of these FOVs are more vertical in nature than what we're looking at for AR. Now, here's a problem, though. Tim Cook, our boy Tim Cook, has made a number of comments over the years. He's made comments about VR. He's made comments about AR. And one of the things that I'm kind of curious about, so there's this comment right here. Now, I have several different comments from Tim Cook about AR, and all of these things were said in late 2017. Okay, so relatively late in the year 2017. And here's some of the stuff that he had to say. Okay, Tim Cook, I can tell you the technology itself doesn't exist to do that in a quality way. Right now, he was saying, this was in late 2017. The technology itself doesn't exist to do AR in a quality way. That was one of the first comments that he had. I broke these up into 3 little bite-sized pieces here, so let me go to the next one. The next comment that Tim had, again, late 2017, he says, the field of view, the quality of the display itself, it's not there yet. It's not there yet, bro. I mean, that's basically what Tim Cook was saying. And then finally, before we move on from this, the last little comment he had to say about AR, he says, we don't give a rat's beep about being first. We want to be the best and give people a great experience. Timmy Apple. That is what Timmy Apple had to say about this. He doesn't give a rat's ass about being the first out the gate. They want to do it right, they want to do it proper, and they want to be the ones to make crazy bank off of this stuff. So the interesting thing that I'm thinking about all of this is late 2017, right? We're talking very late in the year 2017 is when he said this. Okay, well, we're starting to get late 2019 right about now. So that was about 2 years ago that he said that we're not there yet. The field of view isn't there yet. The display isn't there yet. They don't give a rat's ass about being first. All of this stuff was said about 2 years ago, roughly. Now, if they did have a product, like a real legit product that was very imminent, then maybe that product would be released, say, about a year from now, which would be 3 years from when he said all of this. And so the question of the day, the real question is, do you believe that in 3 years' time, could Apple go from a situation where it ain't happening, the product isn't there yet, we don't have the product that we want? Within 3 years' time, can they bridge that gap? Do you guys really believe that we're going to have a legit Apple AR product late next year, an actual wearable thing? It would likely be a headset that you put on your head that will have a wire that connects to possibly a new Apple phone that would then power this device with a pretty good field of view, a better field of view than Magic Leap, a better field of view than HoloLens 2.0. Do you think within just a 3-year period of time from the last time he was opening up his pie hole, could they have solved this problem and brought a product to market? I don't buy it. I don't buy it, folks. So there's a lot of people on all these Mac rumor websites and all this stuff. They believe that Starboard, Garda, Luck, Frank, whatever you want to call it, they believe this puppy is imminent. This is going to release in 2020. I don't think so. I don't think so. Facebook has said something about, their AR product is going to be like somewhere between 2023 and 2025. That's kind of what I think as well. But all of this is good news, folks. Probably not a wire, Jim Hall. Probably not a wire. I don't know why I said a wire. I think maybe Tilt 5 is in my head. Lots of wires. No. Just kidding. But yeah, no, probably not a wire. But yeah, I don't think it's going to happen that quick. But I do believe all of this is good news, because I'll tell you what, when Apple talks, people wake the F up. And if Apple is really, really working on some legit AR shit, that is going to cause a lot of other companies to scramble like a mofo. And that's good. That is good in my opinion. I think it's great for all of us, because I know you guys think AR is a bunch of garbage and why are we wasting all this time on AR? I disagree, ladies and gentlemen. I think AR is going to be major. I think there's going to be some incredible games. And hey, we all like our prawn, right? And I think AR prawn is going to be pretty compelling as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So the supposed FOV for Epic Journeyman is right here. The Apple Garda is 49 degrees by 47, which would make it considerably more vertical FOV, a lot more than both HoloLens 2 and Magic Leap. Let's get vertical. It's getting very vertical, baby. That's what it's all about. So the Kim Kardashian AR app is going to work great when it comes out. All right, let's see. John Schubrick says, AR, when it does arrive, will be much bigger than VR because it will be lighter weight, smaller, and replace a lot of the functionality we currently use our mobile phones for. Yeah, I've always kind of given my AR, VR kind of a thing is basically this. Like, we have 16... Okay, so we've got a 24-hour day, right? 8 hours are spent sleeping. That gives us 16 hours of normal waking consciousness during our day, right? My long-term vision is that of those 16 hours, I believe 7 of them, maybe more, you will be wearing an AR device for seven of the 16 waking hours, maybe more per day. I'm talking 10 years from now, right? Now, you're still going to use VR. You're going to go, just like when you get home and you finally relax and it's time to watch some TV, it's time to watch some Netflix or something. Well, that's going to be the VR time. So you're still going to have that. Later in the evening, you're going to spend 3 or 4 hours in VR. but you're going to spend a lot more time in AR. And there also are going to be some incredible AR gaming experiences that just short-sighted people just don't have the wherewithal to try to understand how incredible some of that shit is going to be. But it really is. It's going to be a game changer. And you heard it here first. I mean, 10 years from now, all these people saying AR and gaming is a joke, it's a waste of time, why are we doing this? You're all going to be eating your words so badly. Get the pepper and the salt ready, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to eat so much crow in about 10 years. You're going to be like, God, I can't believe how short-sighted I was. This AR shit is incredible. I never thought that this could happen. I never thought I could go to my backyard and play an incredible UFO spaceship battle game right in my own backyard just by looking at my own effing sky. I never thought that would be possible. So much shit. Or just, I never thought there would be a game where I could go into my backyard in my swimming pool and there could be sharks and shit in my swimming pool, and there could be games like open your minds up, folks. Open your minds up. Okay, so we are VR 365. Let's get back to VR. And one of the things we like to do, because this show is a daily thing. Like, I've never missed a day, ever. Like, I'm the freaking Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr., eat your heart out. I'm here every day. And what do we do with the daily show? Well, we like to look at daily deals. So let's go ahead and look at today's daily deal. And we're bouncing over here to the Oculus store, and there is a daily deal. And you know what? It's a banger. I mean, it's a pretty good game. Seeking Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, is your daily deal for today. It is $18, normal price, 30 buckarini. So pretty good deal here. You got a little under 11 hours left in this deal. And you know, Alex Gilling, or basically Alex from Virtual Strangers, he's been doing a lot of videos like top 5 VR games this, top 10 VR games that. And one of the things that he recently did, shout out to Virtual Strangers, one of the things that he recently did was like the 10 most banging graphical VR games is pretty much what 10 VR games has the most impressive graphics. And also there was a thread on the Vive subreddit that was right around the same time where somebody was like, what are the most graphically impressive VR games? And you know what? Seeking Dawn is on those charts, ladies and gentlemen. This is a graphically impressive game. Like, I think the graphics are quite good on Seeking Dawn. I'm a fan. Speaking of Kim Kardashian, when you first meet this chick, you'll know what I'm talking about. Little Kim K action going on right about now. But yeah, dude, these graphics are legit. They look good. Okay, you better have a 1080 Ti or better, though. I'm telling you. And even if you do got a 1080 Ti or a 2080 Ti, you might chug a little bit on this puppy. This is a little bit of a more demanding game, but graphically intense. And it is going for $18, relatively decent discount. That, of course, is on the Oculus Rift store. Let's see, new releases. Might as well check it out real quick. Just see anything else come out recently. Anything of note? Not really. The last big games that have come out in VR, Groundhog Day and Battle Wake and Touring Carts, those are kind of the last. Akron, a little bit further back. Those are kind of the last big bangers that we've had. Let's bounce over to the Questicle, and let's just check out new releases on Quest, because I'm telling you, man, games be coming hot and heavy on this puppy. Wands just came out on the Quest, Tribe, DJ School, Cave Digger. I believe Paradise Decay has a new Cave Digger video up and running, so you might want to visit Paradise's channel and peep that out. I need to try this Adam Savage thing. I haven't tried that out yet. So that's some stuff that is going on right about now. Let's see here. What other news stories did we want to get into? Or do I just have to freestyle it at this point? No, we actually do have a story we can go to. It is over on Road to VR. So let's go ahead and bounce over there. And oops, what did I do? I screwed up here. Okay, we accidentally clicked on the Lost, which has a lot of advertising going on over here. But one thing I noticed, was it on Road to VR or maybe it was something else? Hold on a second here, folks. Discombobulation. Maybe it wasn't Road to VR. Where did I see it? So anyway, forget about it. We don't need it. I can make up the story as I go along. So hold on one second here, folks. I'm just going to grab a trailer to throw up on the screen because I did hear about this and I thought this was an interesting quote. Okay, so dreams for PlayStation VR. So this was going to be a big VR thing, right? At some point in the future, dreams, the VR support within dreams was going to be a big thing because it could do all this interesting stuff in VR. People could basically make their own games in VR. Now, the thing is, dreams is more of a flat thing, right? But it was also going to have VR support. Now, the thing is, dreams isn't really available now as we know it. But basically, Shuhei Yoshida, I forget where I saw this. No, I thought it was on Road to VR. Maybe it was Upload VR. But basically, Shuhei Yoshida was saying that Dreams is going to be like a 10-year thing. You know, that they're going to be supporting Dreams for 10 years. For 10 years. Okay, yeah, it is Upload VR. Okay, I found it. Hold on. Sony has a 10-year vision, brah. A 10-year vision for Dreams. So let's go ahead and bounce over here. Yeah, it was Upload VR. Sony has a 10-year vision for Media Molecules Dreams. And you know what? It's a good thing that they got a 10-year vision. You know why? It's going to take them 10 years to break even on this unmitigated disaster. Okay, no, it might not be an unmitigated disaster, but I know Sony in their back rooms, you know, they've had a number of these games that have just been in development forever. And Sony continues to throw money at it. And it's like, it's one of these things, they're so freaking pot committed. They've spent so many millions of dollars and so many years of development time that at this point, it's like they're all in, baby. And so basically, this was in a recent interview with Play Asia. Shuhei Yoshida said that the company has a 10-year vision for Dreams to keep growing with the community. So basically, what we're looking at here is Dreams. You know, we're at the tail end of PlayStation 4. You know, we're starting to hit the twilight era of PlayStation 4, and we're kind of winding down PlayStation 4. We're getting ready for PlayStation 5. But despite all of that, they're going to have a 10-year vision for Dreams. So it is going to span PlayStation 4 into PlayStation 5. They're going to need 10 years because it is going to take a lot of time to try to make their money back for Dreams. But Dreams is pretty freaking incredible. Like, it looks incredible. It's doing some incredible things. And it might ultimately live up to the dream. And because it could be this platform, like, it could be a thing that can continue on where people are making games in Dreams that just give us just a ton of stuff to experience, and in VR, it's going to be pretty cool. So I did see that, and I thought about that. Let's see, what else is going on? Well, we also have Ultra Leap in the news. So bouncing over here to Road to VR, did you guys hear about this? Okay, so a while back, there's this company called Ultra Haptics. They're based in Bristol, UK. Ultra Haptics, of course, they purchased Leap Motion for the bargain basement price of somewhere between 10 million and 30 million. You might remember that we were kind of joking about this because, dude, I feel bad. I mean, I should not be joking about this, and this should not be a funny thing because the head people of Leap Motion got boned in a major way because there was a point where I think somebody was going to buy them for like 100 million at one point, and they were like, nah, man, we're not settling for 100 million. And then what happens is things change, people change, the times they're a changing. And ultimately, Leap Motion finally decided to sell, and they only got 30 million. But I've seen other reports, I think it was on Engadget or The Verge or something, that says they only got 10 million when what do you call it? Ultra Haptics bottom. So now what are they going to be called? Let's go back to Road to VR. It is going to be called Ultra Leap. Tragic Heap, Ultra Leap. Yeah, so the new name is going to be Ultra Leap. And it's like a combination. So Leap Motion was doing like all the Ultra Haptic stuff. Ultra Haptics was doing all the haptic stuff. And then Leap Motion, of course, is like putting your hands into the thing and all of that. And so here's what they're saying about it. Rebranding isn't a decision we've taken lightly. We're immensely proud of what our companies have achieved, explains Ultraleap CEO Steve Cliff. We're also very excited for what's to come. Our new name and brand reflects our ambitions in this new world now and for the future. So that is Ultraleap, and hopefully their technology will find its way into a whole bunch of different VR and possibly even AR headsets as well. I've made the argument, folks, that I believe in this modern day world. In fact, I was telling this to Tyrell Wood. When we get into the year 2020, like this should just be an effing law. If you release a VR headset in the year of Gaben, 2020 and beyond, you should be able to put the headset on, and if your controllers are in another room, if your controllers are completely out of battery juice, or maybe you have a Vive Cosmos and you've been using your controllers for a freaking hour and 45 minutes, and of course they're out of battery juice. They only last 2 hours. So go grab 4 more AA's. I cannot believe that this shit apparently is relatively accurate, because didn't some HTC person say, well, it's more like 3 hours? But the thing is, you shouldn't have to have controllers. Now, of course, if you're going to play a real game, yeah, you need controllers. But if you just want to go into if you just want to do like an experience in VR, like that Tested experience or like Dispatch or Alumet or Angelica, whatever, the Angelica thing, or some of these like Henry, stuff like that. If you just want to have an experience, you should be able to put a VR headset on your head and bam, you should have your hands right there. If you want to put that VR headset on grandma, you shouldn't need to hand her controllers. You should put the VR headset on grandma, and then grandma should be able to go like, oh my God, my hands are here. I can see my hands. Yeah, we got to get to this era. So Ultraleap, hopefully this can be integrated into all VR headsets, AR headsets that start coming out in the year 2020 and beyond. This should be standard. We got to move into a standard at this point in time. Now, maybe it won't be Ultraleap. Maybe it'll be some other company, or maybe it'll just be built in-house. But we got to start to get to this era, I do believe. That is the future. All right, so, it's not the future, but it's like, like I was saying, like the Kim Kardashian AR porn app, like, should you really need controllers for that? I don't think so. I think you just see your hands and bam, it should just work from Jump Street. All right, so why don't we bounce back over here and let me go ahead and check out chat. Let's see what chat has been yapping about for the last 20 minutes or so. Okay, so scrolling down here, a lot of AR talk, because see, a lot of people, like, let's talk some AR, man. These people don't believe, like non-believers. We've got a lot of non-believers. They don't believe in this AR crap. They think I'm a bunch of bull crap when I'm talking AR, but I believe AR will be a major game changer in a major way. And I think with gaming as well. So anyway, let's see what some people are talking about here. So Jeremy Fasola says, people already struggle to play VR. You really think they will walk around their backyard and play with sharks? Hell yes, I do. In fact, eventually it's going to be waterproof. You'll be in your swimming pool playing with sharks. It's going to be awesome, brah. Okay, Bloxyman22 says, AR has the advantage of being more like glasses and will have a lot of other functions that will add to real-world vision that is beyond gaming. Yeah, just think about like when you go to a foreign country, you don't speak the language or whatever, you're going to have your AR glasses and you can set it to automatic translate mode. You're looking at freaking street signs and stuff automatically translated. You might even be able to go talk to somebody and see the translation just pop up on the screen. You know, you want to ask them where the bathroom is or whatever, they respond to you. You can see the translation right on the screen. Or you're trying to find, how do I get from my hotel to the nearest Starbucks? And it's just going to guide you right there, just right in your glasses. Just things are going to appear. For example, I was in New York a while back and I asked this guy, I was like, dude, I want a good bagel, bro, like a solid bagel. And he was like, pick a bagel. You want to go to pick a bagel. You want a gourmet bagel? Pick a bagel. And he gave me directions for pick a bagel. But you know what? I was kind of like confused by his directions about where to go. But if I had the proper AR goggles, it's gonna guide me right to pick a bagel. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. And I'm going to get a blueberry bagel that is going to be blueberry as F. Okay? So Bloxy Man says, yeah, and it's going to likely replace cell phones. Absolutely. Cyan says, Sony likes to shut down VR games that people bought with their hard-earned money. Yeah, Drive Club is disappearing forever. What was the other game? Was it, I forget the name of it now, but like Starlight or whatever it was called, got completely shut down and people can't even play that game. Like, even if they have the physical disc, that should be against the effing law, in my opinion. Jim Hall says, don't see AR gaming ever overtaking VR gaming. Well, I never said that. You're putting words into my mouth, Jim Hall. I never said that AR gaming would overtake VR gaming. What I did say, though, is that AR gaming is going to do some impressive shit, and you people that poo-poo AR gaming and think that it has, like, it's like a non-story, and dude, this is a gaming channel. Why are you talking about AR? AR gaming's gonna suck. Like, why even, like, you guys, it's like closed-mindedness. Let's open up our minds, folks, because, AR gaming's not going to overtake VR gaming. People are always going to want to get completely lost in an alien world like No Man's Sky. And so, no, AR is not going to take over that. But there's going to be so many AR things that you're just not thinking about right now, is what I'm basically trying to say. Let's see. Anyway, moving down the line here. And Jim Hall says, you're also assuming everyone is willing to wear glasses all the time. Yes, we are kind of assuming that. And I'm assuming it because what's going to happen, folks, is it's going to be so compelling that you're going to be willing to do it. It's going to be because there's going to be the haves and the have-nots. There's going to be the haves and the have-nots because people with AR glasses, don't you remember Johnny Boy Carmack? Johnny Boy Carmack. Let me see if I can, I probably have a clip from John Carmack. Maybe, oh no, I think I erased it. Damn it. I think I erased it. Carmack. Let me just do a Carmack search. Fuck, I erased it. Yeah, Joe Rogan and John Carmack. So even your boy, Johnny Boy Carmack, was talking about how one of the things that AR is going to provide, or maybe it was Elon Musk, or was it Carmack? No, I think it was Carmack. Because AR, see, with brain-computer interface and AR and stuff like that, you're going to just be walking down the street and you're going to be like, I can't read that sign. It's too far away. Enhance, enhance, enhance. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And it's going to zoom in, folks. And see, there's going to be people that have the AR goggles and there's going to be people that don't. And the person that has the AR goggles is going to be able to zoom in. And somebody that doesn't have it isn't, and they're going to feel less than. And the people with AR goggles are going to be like, you know, what is the circumference of Neptune? And boom, it's going to be right in the corner of the screen. Instantly, they're going to have that answer, and they are going to be smarter, more intelligent. And so basically, it is going to be compelling. There's a compelling factor. And eventually, AR is going to be so effing compelling that every man, woman, and child will come into this world with AR goggles and AR contacts and AR lenses, because the compelling factor will be so high. You will feel naked, absolutely naked, without your AR goggles. Without that augmented capability, you're going to feel naked. And so in this long distant future that I'm talking about, now this might be 15 years away, folks. It might be 18 years away. You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to wake up and your arm is just going to reach over to grab those AR goggles and begin your AR day. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I just woke up. Okay, grab my AR goggles, put them on, and now all little things will be going on all over the place. Messages from this person, Twitter, Facebook. They want you over here. They want you there. Here's your to-do list. It's all gonna happen, folks. It's called compelling. There's going to be compelling reasons for every man, woman, and child. Scion VR says, the AR glasses will play the AR noises that Anthony has made. Hell yes, they will. It'll be like all kinds of little noises, man. Achievement unlocked. You're going to be walking down the street and achievements are going to unlock right as you're doing it. Jeremy Fasola says, this doesn't make you smarter, only having faster answers, which, you know, it does make you smarter. I'm telling you, if you have a person standing right here that does not have any smartphone in their pocket, and you have another person that has a smartphone in their pocket, and you ask them, what is the temperature on Jupiter right now? Well, one guy can answer that, one guy can't. So who's smarter, folks? Yeah, the guy with the phone is smarter, and it's going to be on their head. It is going to happen. Yeah, the AR future is coming for that ass. BloxyMan22 says, you know what? I don't know if I like this future. You might not like it, but you simply are not going to be able to avoid it. It is going to be incredible. In fact, it's going to be just incredible. All right, folks, you know, we've been going for a while here. I need to bounce the hell out of here because I'm starting to get hungry. I did have breakfast, but I haven't had lunch. And it is now 1:22 p.m. and I'm starting to get hungry and I do want some lunch. All right, well, thank you for watching. Everybody, thanks for watching AR365. Well, you know, there was legitimate Apple news. We did find out about, like, the FOV and stuff like that. And it does seem, Frank Zappa says, this makes living out in the country sound really appealing. No, Frank, you're going to be walking through the forest and your AR goggles are going to be like, there is a rare bluebird, you know, zzz, enhanced bluebird, a rare pig-nosed 12 dolphin, whatever. You know, you're going to get all kinds of shit coming at you. So you can't even take a walk in the woods without your AR goggles, man. Jeremy Fasola. So what is the temperature of Saturn right now? Answer it with your smartphone right now, bro. Okay, I don't have my smartphone right here, but I can Google it, but I'm not going to Google it right now. But yeah, no, I know you guys hate AR, but it's fun. It's fun for me to do one of these AR rants that basically makes you think, you know, does Anthony know something we don't know, or is Anthony just off his effing rocker? Well, if you can jump into a time machine 15 years into the future, you can find out, brah. But we unfortunately can't find out right now, so we're going to have to wait. Maybe at Oculus Connect 6, we'll get a small taste, a little smidgen, a little crumb of this AR future. Possibly, maybe not. All right, well, anyway, folks, I need to bounce the hell out of here. I got to get some food. It is lunchtime. I will be back tomorrow at noon Pacific time on a different Bat channel. I will, of course, be on Twitch, twitching it up. And it'll probably be a lot more VR tomorrow. So if you're disappointed that there was way too much AR, not enough VR, tune in tomorrow on Twitch at noon, and it'll be a lot more VR. So I will see everybody then. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday. And, you might want to grab Seeking Dawn. It's not a bad deal. I believe $18 and plenty of hours left to grab one of the most graphically impressive VR games of our time by Multiverse Entertainment. All right, folks, I got to bounce out of here. See you guys tomorrow at noon. Take it easy. Later. Later.